If you really are honest with yourself, ladies, and you look in the mirror and you really are being reasonable, you know we're better.
Écoutez, à midi.
Quelle heure est-il?
Il est midi.
C'est l'heure du déjeuner.
Ce qu'il y a à manger. Écoutez.
If you really are honest with yourself, ladies, and you look in the mirror and you really are being reasonable, you know we're better. You can't be the queen yet, because you're the queen because I'm the king. Can't be a queen without a king. You know we're better. If you really are honest with yourself, ladies, and you look in the mirror and you really being reasonable, you know we're better.
Yo, we in this BI's niche. Transmitting live from Marseille, James Joe, P Midwest Z. We back. And it is, what's today's day? It's October 6th. We in October, month 10. Shit.
Over.
Yeah, this is the home stretch.
Fourth quarter.
Yeah, this is the home stretch right
Second
here.
half, fourth quarter.
Word.
Hey, speaking of real quick, did anybody get up for the retro parade this morning and put their what's it called? You know, your whatever out there? Because it was like this morning was probably one of the most powerful retrogrades out there. It's when the sun
Oh,
and the
no.
moon, the sun and the moon cross paths right at the rising of the sun, which is a very rare occurrence. But it has a lot of energy when it comes to planning your future or putting things out there that that actually come back. Yeah, I got mine. I mean, I sat up for a quick second, put it out there, see what happens. You know what I mean?
Well, do it like you believe it, nigga, and it'll happen.
Absolutely.
You know? That's what's up. All right, well, we'll start off to a good note to the day. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got 80 inches of snow and now it's 400 degrees outside. Normal Nebraska shit.
Yeah. Pretty soon.
I understand. Yeah, every time we try to talk you out of that shit, I'm done even trying to deal with windstorms and fucking tornadoes and other fucking acts of God. Fuck that. You're in the insurance game. Other acts of God and shit, nigga.
This is true.
I said, man, I was pissed off here when, like, our sump pump we had a real bad rain, like, around this time last year, and my fucking basement flooded, nigga, and I was hot. I was like, because our room is down here, nigga, I was pissed. I was like, yo, fuck, but we, like, the dude we renting from, he had insurance, we had our own little shit, so we were cozy, but it was just like, fuck, like, if we would have just had, it was like, we had one little layer of the flood. If you just had just like one additional layer, I'd be broadcasting from my own fucking house right now.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That shit's serious. Like, that shit for real.
And to that point, anyone who owns a home and has a homeowner's insurance policy, and even though you don't live in floodplains or flood waters or whatever, add the flood insurance, because let me tell you right now, if you have a flood that is caused by an act of God, okay, which means a natural aspect that, yes, there is rain, but the loss wasn't caused from the peril, which was caused, like you said, from the sump pump. Mm-hmm. And in that situation, they're only going to fix the carpet that might have gotten dirty.
The pump got replaced. They dug the ravine that the pump runs off to on the side of the house. They dug that shit out a little bit deeper. Replaced replaced a bunch of their shit. And they were like, hey, you had your renter's insurance, right? Like, yeah. So it's like, yeah. Go through that.
Yeah.
Get your shit
because not all of it because not all of it gets fixed on the homeowners.
Mm-hmm.
And so you gotta keep, because it's maintenance, right? So a part of that is, in the policy, where if you're not maintaining your furnace, if you're not maintaining your sump pump, if you're not maintaining your pipes, right? It's a part of your
Wait a minute.
agreement. Toilet pipe, excuse me.
Yeah.
It's a part of your agreement as the insured. Then you can be left out in the dark, and that shit ain't no fun.
All right. Well, on that note, on the next episode of Today at Progressive.com, we'll address windstorms and fucking ice shelves and shit like that. All right. So anyway, yo, the BET Awards was last night, and I hear it was a real shit show. Well, I'm not just gonna say that. I turned it on for like I turned it on because I forgot it was on, and as soon as I turned it on, I'm not. Now that's I'm dead ass. Like I forgot the shit was even on, and as soon as I turned it on, like no lie, there was a cipher that came up, and it was some nigga from Brooklyn named Sleepy Hollow and some chick from PG, Rico Nasty, and it was bad, yo, and like I heard I gave Shorty an honest listen because I was like, maybe you got what's his nigga name, Corday or whatever his name is. I'm like, maybe she's from that branch. But then when I looked at her, I saw half the head shaved with a lace front, the dagger tip fingernails, and it's like, okay. And then she started spitting, and it was like, okay. And then when she finished, I was like, okay. Where's the rest? Like, you know what I mean?
Nah, nigga, she. So I called like those chicks like that, like her, Mulatto, right, a lot of them, and to an extent even Megan. That's thought hop.
Yeah,
like,
it's
thought hop.
Yeah,
like,
what do they call it?
City girls,
Thirst trappers. Thirst trappers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That shit is thought hop. It's like, you looking at what the Trinas and the Little Kims and the Nickies and the Foxies, because people don't give Foxy a lot of credit, even though Jay was writing a lot of her shit.
She put the sex appeal in a lot of shit.
Listen, people think, I hear, I think we might have had this conversation about the ghost rappers and stuff like that, or the ghost writers, excuse me. To be able to perform is an art in itself, let alone be talented to write your own music. So I don't take nothing from nobody that has a ghostwriter. I take nothing because the fact that they can get
this is hip hop, nigga. This beats and lyrics. That's the nuts and bolts pause of what hip hop is about. So I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, I'll give more credit to the nigga that's the ghostwriter than the nigga that was getting ghost written for. You know what I mean? Like, I
gotta correct because I gave y'all the wrong term. I'm not going to repeat the term because me being the fucking chief of the police, I will not be caught slipping saying the term. But the correct term for when you are basing essentially rapping off the top of the brain and just not writing anything down, it's punching. Mm-hmm. It's punching. So, and I feel like it's only a Southern term because I was listening to an interview and they were talking about like a lot of these newer rappers and how a lot of them pretty much look up to Wayne, and they were saying like that's what Wayne does. Like Wayne, everybody's trying to be the next Wayne as far as the Atlantas, the Memphis, and the Florida rappers. He's their guy that they look to. And, they said it just makes it easier so people don't try to bite your shit. And like, that's the term they use in Atlanta. He punches. So like Wayne, of course, as far as a Southern rapper, they talk about Lil Baby, he does it. It's a few.
Like I like Lil Baby stuff and everything. I like the Baby. There's a few niggas that's out right now who I'll give a chance to, but it's like they get revered as such a high, on such a high pedestal because they know how to put words together consistently. It's like they're more celebrated because they're Southern but still can rap traditionally. You know what I'm saying? Versus saying something in the rhyme.
Well, I mean,
No, hold on, but let me finish the point. But the point I was making is that they're being, to me, it's like they're being celebrated for being able to, like I said, rap traditionally with their twang, their accent, their slogan, slang, and everything like that.
Sure.
But a lot of the bars are empty still. You know what I mean? Like it's just like it rhymes and it goes together. So okay, I get that part
we
of
can
it.
accept that.
Yeah,
right?
okay, right. Okay, good for you. You got that part down.
So, which brings me to my point where we've had, and you know, we talked about this in the past, where you know the content ain't there, and these dudes literally sitting here saying anything.
No, they saying the same thing. All of them saying the same thing nowadays.
Anything and the same thing, right? And it works because of that. And you know, when we're having the conversation, it's like, damn, is this what we've resorted to? Or, you know, is this where we're at? But I mean, the level of pure talent when it comes to lyricism is very far and few in between.
Yeah, the pool is thin. The pool is shallow with that one, man.
It's not the bars anymore. That's where the road kind of takes its fork.
Yes, the
cadence and the instrumentation. So those two are what carry. So if you got those two that carry, you can have mediocre bars. And for a long duration of time, like people gave me shit because they listened to words for some of the Southern rappers that now it was only okay that listen to the features, and now you know they found their lane and they matured within rap. The prime one that comes to mind for me personally is 2 Chainz. Like 2 Chainz has, and I'll even say Rick Ross. 2 Chainz and Rick Ross have gotten drastically better,
exponentially.
Like, nigga, I played Hustling for DJ, and he's old enough to remember Hustling. And I'm like, listen to these garbage ass fucking bars. The 22s, I did the 22, the 222.
Yeah.
Like,
but you know, it's funny you say that because
that's interesting, yeah.
My man's on my block says the same thing about Ross. He was like, you know, I like Ross music, but he was like, yo, say, play a Ross song and just tell me what is he talking about? What's he talking about? All this, like, and it's like I think we just get so caught up in the fact, like you said, he has such a good ear for music, and he could craft a song well that we and he has catchy.
He's fat, he's rich. Like that's all he's rapping about. And his business endeavors and him buying land. Like,
that's it. In Wingstop.
I understand. In Wingstops. In Checkers.
Lots.
Like, and I admire the business acumen of Ricky Rose. Mm-hmm. But like you said, I've never sat back and I'm like, oh, the verse was decent. But I think it was but he never had a punchline that made me be like, yo, nigga, run that shit back.
No, I'll say this. He has catchy phrase, like he has catchy wordplay. Like, and the thing is this, because I'm a Ross fan. I'm a huge Ross fan. So I'm maybe kind of biased in his opinion, but I'll say this much. There are certain songs that I have memorized his verse on. I've listened to it that much. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Dark fantasy.
Like Ross, he really doesn't say a lot, but like I said, just the catch. He'll say
you
something.
Like the mystique.
He talks shit, and I like shit talking. He talks shit.
He's a Florida Biggie. He's a Florida Biggie.
Yo, like somebody said that shit. Somebody said that shit. Somebody said that shit before. Anyway, all right. So We will. Let's see. What time is this? 9:19. We'll take a quick break. And let me turn this mic down. My shit is capping. Yeah. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna come right back, and we're gonna get into y'all been following BMF.
I watched the first episode.
I haven't even started yet.
All right.
You sound nice, bro.
Yeah, we'll talk about that on the way back. We shall talk about that on the way back. Treadmill Live from Mars. He is Joey P. He's Midwest Z. I'm Save James. 9:19. We'll be right back.
Yo, for sinners, saints, and scramblers, and gamblers, and dirty money handlers, dignitaries and champions, narcotic traffickers, talented number runners and racketers, stars and stage plays and camera slang swingers and swaggerers, double barrels and derringers, automatics and miracles, Europe, Asia, and Africa, all the time in America, Atlantic, Ashland, Albemarle, to Albany, Bridge in the Baltic, Bedford Ave, Bergen Street, Clinton, the Cabin, Church Ave, the Claddon Road, the Central Avenue, Cooper House, Cypress, and live from Bedford Stuyvesant, the live is high flying is pilot, bombardier from pirate station, live and direct, Medina master mindset, the can't lock mindset, now lock off, cool, peace to the nation of the gods and the earth and the sun, moon and stars, furthermore born knowledge go hard. Check it out, remix, rising up out of the flames like a phoenix, straining and carry the weight of my brain like a genius, knowing I'm sowing seeds, let's see whose stomach's the greenest, if I said it, I mean it, and did it because I need it, eat, sleep it, and beat it, write it down and then read it, asphalt to the cement, your trash talk is deleted, blast off, I lay your mouth like a Tempur-Pedic, black door, I told you I'm a winner, eventually this unsung, underrated, underappreciated, the one, them underachievers had underestimated, finally graduated from something that's so hated, the one of the most sacred, nobody gonna take it, face it, I keep doing it well, doing it signs and sisters, it's do it yourself, doing it below the radar, we doing it stealth, doing it again for Philadelphia, and who else, but check it out, y'all see him on a job, see my eyes focus where the prize be, I'm like Martin Luther King, you like Rodney, the difference is I give it everything inside me, dear diary, my fans still swear by me, even though I'm late night now, like here's Johnny, swimming with them big whites now, that's how to find me, funny how it break right down, but never mind me, I'm forever grimy, yes it's just silly signing, rock roller, bipolar like Phyllis Hyman.
Like the dope fiend opening up a bottle of dopamine. You just hoping you don't get rope for your throat to choke anything. Oh, and just think how dope it could be if he smoked anything. Oh, there goes the bell, the sound of the opening ding. I hit you as hard as ball pitch you, it's in the ribs with a switch and stitch you at the same time before you can clinch to it. My dick is so big, if I add another inch to it, you would swear when I ripped you that you was actually into it. I'm not a baller, but you can bet your fucking bottom dollar that I remember when I was without a dollar bill in my wallet. Now watch me kill a koala while I'm all a chihuahua. Bum a pillow for Paula, like let me holler at you, mama. It's like I'm off the bomb bar when I bring the fucking drama. Used to bomb you like Saddam, but now that I'm a little calmer, I'm a fucking cross between Osama Obama and Dalai Lama. So Miley, I'm a knight in shining armor. Mail a gift to Taylor with a trailer, a picture of my genitalia with a note saying, I can't wait to ya. Drug paraphernalia, beware the werewolf will kill you. That's him in his sheep's clothes. He just shaved his hair off, Cecilia.
Yo, when I tell you, when the white boy takes aim,
Bruh.
a lot of times he don't miss, my nigga. Like, say what you
Marshall's
want.
sick, bro.
Say what you want about Marshall. Feel how you want to feel about Marshall. When he delivers, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo. Anyway, speaking of Detroit, that BMF joint. Yeah, that I like the show. You know what I mean? It's typical storyline, you know what I'm saying, of every come up story USA.
Every Curtis Jackson series so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's the typical storyline, you know what I'm saying? In the game, young niggas in the game, growing to be old niggas in the game, you know what I mean? So I think maybe I may be getting a little fatigued from that storyline. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the.
What are you trying to see?
No, I mean, listen. I know what I'm getting. I know what the product is. Don't get it twisted. But it's like.
No, I mean, but like, you know, you say? Because I agree with you, right? But my question is, what is it that you're actually trying to see? More like
I like crime sagas in the hood. That's my son asked me that same shit. Like, why would you want to watch Menace to Society every time it comes on? I'm just like,
guns.
I just did the shit is on, nigga. Like,
Ain't an old dog, nigga. Fuck
yeah, what the fuck you mean,
Right.
nigga? Like, you know, it's Ghost and Ray, nigga. Like, what you talking about? So I was, so I just like crime sagas. I watch Goodfellas. I watch Casino. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watch Snatch. You know what I mean? You know, that was a really sneaky good movie. A lot of people
It was.
that a lot of people
was.
never talked about. Snatch was a sneaky classic, yo. A sneaky classic. But
I didn't watch that movie until probably the latter part of my adulthood, probably about mid-20s. And it was only because of Netflix. It was like Netflix and shit, nigga. So you gotta factor in when all these movies came out, how old I was. So, and some of these movies, like Godfather, most of these movies were before I was even born. So it's like the fact that I can watch it, and Scarface came out the year, 83?
82, 82, 83, yeah, something like that. 82.
So yeah, Scarface is older than me, but it's just certain movies that because of popular culture, because of how it impacted popular culture, it's ingrained itself into what it is. And hip hop love guns, drugs,
and I'm hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That was our story.
Yeah.
That was our story. So, we was around seeing what they're talking about now. You feel what I'm saying? So maybe it just takes maybe I'm just interested in seeing how the inner workings of things were, unbeknownst to what I saw on my block, my neighborhood, or when I went to this block. I didn't know what was really popping in the streets like that as a young kid, but I knew shit was popping in the streets. You know what I mean? So
in that same regard, I kind of like what 50 did with Raising Canaan.
I like that shit a lot because they take.
It was solid.
Yo, and the best part about it is that they take 80% of that shit in Mount Vernon. I'm loving this fucking show because I'm seeing my neighborhood all over the. They did a taping that's probably gonna be for next season in front of my building. Like, I couldn't even drive down my block because at the fire trucks blocking the building, they had like the old Ford Tempos and the old Oldsmobile Cutlasses.
They had to bring in all the old.
They cut that block out and made that shit back in like '92. And I looked at that shit and said, "Oh shit, that's how it used to look too." So I'm excited about that part of it, dude. Say that again. It was chopping up.
As it stands, like I said, the VMF show. Oh, so the VMF show, I only caught the first episode. And that's the one thing I can give Curtis a lot of credit for. He allows his shows to build
On each other. Yeah.
How much of his influence goes into the writing process, and not even that, having the intelligence to hire the writers or have the proper consultants to where it feels like an authentic product.
Yeah.
Best shows out there right now is still Snowfall. Like I'm as far as
right now, yeah. Right
Snowfall's
now.
like the best show right now.
Right now, yeah.
Snowfall's like the best show going right now.
Yeah.
As far as like as far as in the whole realm, the whole genre, maybe because it was close to home, I'm partial to The Wire.
Yeah. And I am look, The Wire will always, that and Oz.
I'll give Snowfall over Oz, my nigga. Like, I really wasn't a fan of all the visuals in Oz because it was very explicit.
I mean,
Homoerotic
yeah,
shit.
like like I know that's what goes on in the state pens when niggas is doing life bids. Like fuck it. I know, I get it. Them niggas ain't got shit else to live for. Ain't got nothing to lose.
that's
right
like, to
now.
me. But to me, say
But-
no offense. To me, that's like when people say I don't like watching Django because of the language.
No,
It's like,
listen,
that's what
listen,
they talk like.
see, listen, I totally get it. I'm just saying this is my preference. I can now when I first watched it, did I just sit there? I watched it because I was like, I didn't know that was gonna happen until shit happened like that. But
Right.
I'm not gonna sit up here and say I'm gonna go back and watch that series again. If you know what I mean, like just because it's something to watch, like
Because it's dead.
I know what I'm getting with the product, and I just
Fair enough.
I just
I
don't see.
probably want to skip this episode.
Yeah, I just prefer not to watch that stuff. I get it. I understand it goes on. Nothing against anybody that lives that way. You know how we get down on here. But that's just my preference. I don't want to watch that. Sorry.
No doubt. I like Snowfall too. I love Snowfall.
But Shorty that's on there though. Shorty that's on there. On BMF joint. The BMF show, nigga. That's on Stars. One that she's on the screen now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She's a sight for sore eyes, my nigga. Like, and I didn't really. You really see like the natural, natural beauty that she holds in the second episode. Cause she's very just down to earth, like home, very, kind of tomboyish, but it shines through that. You know what I'm saying? You see the elegance through that.
Like when they first started showing Raising Kanan, and you see how they watered down certain actors and actresses and everything, and how they watered it down like jukebox. And then so when I finally like saw like some more like some offset shit, and I'm like, oh, okay, like
Yeah,
okay, like
I saw the setup for that.
like wow, like they really like they dumbed it down. I get it because of the character and the ultimate evolution of what she was when they first introduced her on Power. So I understood that, but it's crazy when you see how Hollywood always does that, because I used to watch Orange is the New Black when they first came out, and Crazy Eyes, like they had her looking fucking bugged out on the fucking show, but then you see her on the red carpet, you like,
That same, yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing her for the first time. I was like, what? Wait a minute.
Yeah, that bitch will cut you. I will cut you.
Love Crazy.
Yo, I never watched. I think I only watched that episode just to see that scene. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know what the whole premise of the show is about, but I wanted to see that, how it built up to that part.
It got out of control after like season 3. It was just kind of whatever. But season 1, 2, 3, most of 4, nigga.
Yeah.
That was a
I heard
binge.
it was good. I heard
That shit was binge worthy.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about that show. I just never got into it. Like I'm about to start getting into Godfather of Harlem.
Oh, okay.
I still haven't watched the episode of that joint yet. I'm hearing this is super official. My other man's that cut hair out in the X. He told me, he was like, because there's a song off of that joint, 2 songs off of the soundtrack that I fuck with. That shit's in my playlist. That Just In Case song that were Rick Ross and DMX. Open up my window again, yeah. Open up my window again, yeah. That shit right there. It's the same beat as Bath Salts, But
Oh, okay.
but the shit is still fire though. That song, and there's another song with West Side and Fabulous, Brick After Brick. Yo, if y'all ain't heard that shit yet, YouTube that, whatever, like put that in your rotation. That song,
Z, this face.
yeah, that's I put that shit on every time I'm about to ride out somewhere, or if I'm on the way to the gym, and then when I get to the gym, I put it on when I'm hit the bar. All of, like, that's just you might punch a wall throwing a couple jabs or whatever. You feeling kind of way. That song puts you in a certain mood. You know what I mean? Speaking of music putting you in moods, that's right. Check out the Lapidary at Save James channel. I'm giving my insight to entrepreneurship and also how to work on your subconscious mindset so that we can achieve what we want to get. Save James Lapidary. Check it out. We talked about that, how music affects your mood and you don't even realize it. You know what I mean? And that's a prime example. The bass and the hurts of the song speaks to your primal nature, like that song that I put in the group chat, Jovi. That Shake That Ass, bitch. Nigga, that tell you I get charged when that shit go on, nigga. Shake that ass, bitch.
I mean, music is probably, top 3 unspoken or unlearned languages, if you will, like unspoken language. Like, if you're in the country and they're having their traditions and shit like that, you get down with what they get down with. But there's something to be said about music. It's one of the oldest things on the planet, and we use it to procreate, right? Amp yourself up for a game, maybe a fight. Music has a lot of power.
Hell yeah.
What's that?
You know, it might be on as soon as you get out the car, nigga. You better, I gotta get charged up. In case you gotta go down.
Right.
You better put on some good hype shit, nigga.
You to work, you quitting today? You going to work,
out.
bumping the locks and some
we
shit.
knocking shit over.
You know what I'm saying? Hey.
We knocking shit over on the way out, nigga.
Exactly.
Y'all pick all that up. Tell that nigga over there to go pick all this up. Yo, we're going to take another break. We'll come right back, and we're going to get into this conversation tonight, man. Like, yo, Facebook is getting their skirt lifted. Fucking countries out there saying, fuck your restrictions, man. 75-80% of this population took that jab. We getting back to it. We wondering, and these are highly developed countries too. This ain't no third world
Extremely.
shit.
Upper crust.
Right.
Yeah, they're the upper crust. Right. They'll do it. That's the pure European where they're doing it at. They don't get no purer than that over there. You know what I mean? So they setting the standard. I'm fuck is good. Then we got some more sports news later on. Some people moved around the NFL we want to talk about, see how that's going to affect the rest of the season. We get into that, all of that, and more.
Yes.
After this.
Listen, you can find me drinking wine in Amy Winehouse's house with a different type of rap pipe in the mouth. Yeah, I said it. Scared niggas think but don't say I'm Frankie Lyman. Why do these birds sing so gay? I'm New York's grittiest city slicker. You the new world shittiest 16 spitters. Get these niggas the fuck away from me. No, watch it, y'all. Move, bang. Blood on the wall like pigs harassing die moves. I know. I'm a star, but I'm a star niggas. Whipping and shipping them off for businesses. It's like I'm fucking with the KKK. I hate these niggas, I will break their face. Roaches to AK raid. Spray out of your range, body your lames. Got guns that'll keep to sneak you like da 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 man. I ain't even got the mercury. Had Sean P punch your gums out like Stride commercial.
I be the fear factor, the rapper come back here, smack your ear, take your jack career, smoking the clear rapper. Punk sweet, you food. Lunch meat, I'm rude. Dump heat, leave you slump sleep, nigga, you through. Fuck you and the crackers that own you. I own two guns that'll pop off your crown and dethrone you. Abdul Jabbar, Muggsy Malone you. I don't know what that mean, but you know what I mean when I told you. I'm old school, new school. I'm a dropout, got my GED. Back in the game, now pull your guap out. Opt out your contract. Pop out the crons, clap a nigga bang. Let the motherfuckers know that Sean back. My president is black. The cocaine is white. The non-nickel-plated nigga who fixed the fight. Sean Price, a motherfucker. Motherfucker. Let's go.
Back on the scene, it's the incredible one-man team. When I get mad, I turn green. I'm lying. When I'm mad, I burn green and blam steam. Or get the animal cold, cause me can stampede. You're the one and only Beastmaster. Creep after me, catch a deep gash, and he clap your bang. We after them G's like police after us, like eating after bud or sleeping after fucking, or we laugh at your spaz out of nowhere, choke you while singing how you supposed to breathe with no air. Spark that ass up for real. Use a fucking pill. Probably get popped for a dub in the Ville. Huh? Probably get popped for less out west. A AK and make a mess out your flesh. Me, I'm the mini shotty murderer. Got it in my sleeve, let it go. Let them know what's really rocking with a G. I could be whipping around with a piff in the pound. Who wanna get lifted and grabbed and kick when he down? You like somebody out there on some chill shit. Shit, hollering on some real shit. Yeah, nigga.
Yes, sir. Robin? You said something? You said it's you said it's slowing down?
They did slow us down a little bit, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on right now trying to get it going. But, yo, anyway, let's keep it pushing. Say James Jovi P. Midwest Z, transmitting live from Mars. It is 9:41, October 6th. And Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp and all of these branches of Mr. Z, not Midwest Z, but Zuckerberg, took a little slide the other day. And, you know, this whistleblower came out with the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Before all this went down and started, you know, spilling the beans about a lot of shit. And
ironically, the day before, we had the fucking 5-6 hour outage.
Say what?
I said, ironically, the day before, we had that 5-6 hour outage.
That's what I was referring to. You know what I'm saying? The whole time. I'm referring to that the whole time. So it's like when the information that she was given about how it affects people, you know, how the algorithms were designed to keep you riled up based on what you stop to view and everything. Kind of like, it was something like your doom scroll. So I heard it's called something like that, your doom scroll, that the more it's like the stuff that you hate seeing, you keep watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes against everything that you type up and talk about. You participate in conversation with, but at the same time, you watching the antithesis of that on video. So it's like that kind of shit. They keep watching that. They keep putting you in a fucked up space mentally, and keep playing with your mental capacity. B. They controlling how you trying to control how you really think, and what makes you tick. And it goes to my.
It's not.
Go ahead.
It's not for us. It's not us. It's not me. It's not you. It's not Z. It's not people in our age. Because I had explained that shit to a couple of friends of mine because they was like, y'all listen to the radio because the radio don't got this no more. I don't listen to this. I'm like, nigga, we like 40. We not the core demographic no more. They don't give a fuck. We on the way out.
Right.
I said, so, and I've said it for years. And, you know, my kids listen, my kids watch, and I've been very vocal about how I feel like, and they, you know, she said it in her testimony to where they have done polls, no bosh, and they have, you know, surveyed and they've done studies, and it's been proven with analytical data, stuff that you can put eyes on and read and charts about how bad it is affecting the psyche and just the self-image and just the self-esteem of, you know, these Gen Z, these Gen Zers. Like, it's fucking them up because
they want to be relevant.
You don't feel like you're pretty enough. You don't feel like you're popping enough. You don't feel like you look good enough. Your titties ain't big enough. Your ass not big enough. Right. You're not fucking enough bitches. You're not driving a nice car. You don't got a fucking paddock. You don't got a rollie. So it's like, so it's creating a world within this world, and it's not real. We almost on some Marvel MCU multiverse shit where it's like, yeah, we see what's going on here,
right?
But in all honesty, like, it's some other shit going on to where it's running parallel with this shit, and it's starting to really conflict with real world shit.
Yeah.
And I hope, you know, she wants the government to really kind of jump in and really get him to control his product, not from a targeting standpoint, because it's blatantly clear that he's targeting a certain core demographic, and you can't tell me he's not selling that information. Like, I turn around and I'll say out loud, and I know it's happened to everybody that's listening.
Everybody that's listening.
Nigga, period. I've said, oh my God, I want to go to Longhorn Steakhouse. No bosh.
You get on Facebook.
Next thing on Facebook
is an ad.
Longhorn. I'm like, yo,
it's a fucking ad. Yeah, no, that shit is super invasive, nigga. Like, and that's why I be trying to tell my kids, like, you know, nah, I don't want that Alexa. I don't want that Siri. I don't want none of them bitches. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I don't want to integrate. The most I do is Bluetooth.
With my boss, I told you a story about with my boss that time where he didn't believe me, and I was like, "Oh, you don't think so? Put your phone on the desk. I'm put my phone on the desk."
Yeah, no. We told that story, man. That
I told him that shit. He was like, "What
son,
the?" Bro.
And that's been going on longer than we realized. Longer than we caught on to it. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, and this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm just like, I guess I'll be niggas always be calling, you know, me conspiracy theorists, whatever. It's just like, y'all niggas don't ever want to connect the dots. Like, this is a big fucking dot to connect, nigga. Like, we were trying to say, this is the whole plan to find ways that can get absolute control. Bottom line.
Fuck the breadcrumbs, nigga. Like, we at the point where we at the loaf. Like, we at the factory right now. Nigga. Like,
right. We know where they making it, nigga. Like, catch up, man. Like,
nigga, we out here kneading the dough. Like, we be trying to tell y'all what's really been going on, and what's really, and I applaud her for, you know, if she left under her own merit, that to me speaks volumes, because I've seen Facebook do hiring and shit in your area, because Facebook has regional offices. Facebook has an office in pretty much every fucking state. And I've seen postings for Facebook as far as hiring for different shit. And I look at the money and I'm like, yeah.
Like I said, I'll
work for fucking Zucker.
Like, I'll snoop around for that coin.
He paid good money. Like, he paid good money.
They just built a facility out here in the outskirts of Omaha. them and Amazon, they built. Well, the Facebook one is kind of hidden. They built this facility as 150,000 square feet. It's a warehouse.
It's like as I'm saying, it's like one of those trucker hubs, like a cross point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's Facebook.
Damn.
So yeah, they got all the servers and shit
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
They got something in that motherfucker.
Cause they ain't got nothing but space over there. That's where they keeping the Allspark, nigga, for the Transformers.
Well, I mean, what a lot of people don't understand though, because people ask me, you know, they're like, well, so who cares if they built that out here? I'm like, you don't understand Stratcom?
I do.
15 miles away from here. Stratcom and Jovi, his wife will tell you what Stratcom is all about. If y'all don't know, that's that
Skynet. That's that new age Skynet.
Stratcom is the informational hub for any U.S. military facility whatsoever.
Skynet.
So
nigga.
if anything is going on anywhere, it comes to Stratcom first, and then it goes to the White House. Yeah.
Hey yo, what I gotta remind us. I have to remind myself sometimes that we on YouTube and we streaming live, so they may not catch this shit now, but they
might cut us off.
They might pull this episode because it is what I'm saying. Like this will be the set number 2. And
we're not talking about beating up Asians, so we all right now.
Stop.
That's it right. See. That might have did it right there. We're not promoting violence against a certain group of people. Like, no, we're not going to.
I love Asians.
We're not going to take that conversation any further because obviously it's a hot topic, and I don't know where the line is.
I love Asian people.
Yo, we love all people, man. I'm not exclusive from anybody, man. You just gotta,
what my man Alan say on Hangover? Me and you. We both don't like Godzilla.
Yo, let me tell you something. Yo, that's my man, son. That is my man, yo. Alan.
That's some dirty shit, yo. Like,
Alan is him and Bradley Cooper. They made that shit, bro.
Yo. That's hilarious.
Motherfucking chain dropped out the motherfucking trunk, nigga. Me and you, we both don't like Godzilla.
You trying to fuck on me?
Yo, oh my gosh,
man.
Hollywood will make you humiliate yourself to go straight to the top, boy. Man.
Yo, he was a fucking doctor at Kaiser Permanente, bro. And so he was already good. And he was just like, you know what? Let me take it up a few notches.
Yo.
What did he say? He started with like doing like open mics on stand up.
Yeah, stand up. Yeah, I watched his stand up. His stand up is funny.
He is funny. And then he went to doing commercials. And he did doing a commercial. And dude was like, yo, I got a movie for you. I got a movie deal. He's like, what? Nah, I'm good. Right? And then he was like, I think he was like, how much? We're like, he's like, I guess I can do that for a couple of weeks. Did it? Never looked back, bro. He never looked back.
Like Hangover made him.
That was it, yeah. Hangover, he was solidified. Solidified. You can play any role you want to from here on out.
So once we're done with the show, because it was on Netflix for a minute, so I'm gonna say it's still there, but Ken Jeong's stand-up shit was funny, nigga. Like that shit was funny as shit, and it's relatable.
I guess I have to look for it. I guess I have to look for that. But
stand up. I'm the guy that watched Comic View every night. So, like, I have an affinity for the stand-up genre.
That's a fact.
So,
No, stand-ups.
when we get off air,
Yeah, stand-ups is what it's about, B. We definitely commend people that can command that crowd for that amount of time.
before we done, can we talk about this fucking The Closer shit before we get off air?
Yo, no, because I didn't watch it. I was running. Yo,
You fucking suck.
I know.
You fucking suck, nigga. Like,
Damn, I thought me telling that joke earlier.
Nah, hey, yo,
like,
son.
I had it known.
I laughed.
Yeah,
Yo, fam. No, like I have no excuse, but just I had to make sure everything was right for the show, and I just didn't have time.
And you got the syllabus thing you was working on. You know, shout out to you. You know, it's so funny. It's so funny how you're taking all of your interests, and somehow or another, it came right back to your fucking degree in education. That shit is hilarious to me.
I said I'm never going back to the classroom again. Did I say that?
Back to classroom.
How many times have I said that? I'm never going back to a classroom. Oh, whatever. Oh. Life is funny like that. But yo, let's take a break. We're gonna come right back. We're gonna get a little more sports. Talk Kyrie and Andrew Wiggins. He folded. But you know,
man.
You know, hey, it is what it is.
Folded like a house of cards, nigga.
Yeah. We're gonna take.
Oh, we'll go over it.
Take this next break. We're gonna get some more ciphers, and we'll be right back, y'all.
So only 2 men I fit. Everybody else get unraveled, tangled, mangled, totally disabled, hung from a roof, watch him dangle. Then I make your wife feel a pain too. Anal, Joel Santana, forget those busters. The boy flow harder than Kimbo's punches. You boys better step aside before I get it, guys. You just bugs. I'm spitting that pesticide. You're not mobsters. Wait, stop the fake, or get found dead with your head in that pasta plate. Money in the bank, I benefit from my benefits. I'm making it while I'm spending it. You go to the Louis store, you go to the Gucci store, you go to the mall, spend it all, what he do it for? You could buy the rags, you could buy the bags, but it ain't no sign that say they sell swag. But you could watch me and do your best imitation. You need a little time, a little preparation, but sooner or later, you're gonna have to face it. I'm like the penthouse, you a fixed up basement. Far as chicks go, I get it, you take it. I give them all Franks, they call me Nathan.
Lyrically, it don't matter, up and come on has be. I'm in your ass, B, who's the next Raz B? Wordplay king, I'm not the one to scrabble with. The rocks got more carrots in it than rabbits. Yeah, and after these ill lines, you might see why I lie. I need a deal signs, cause everybody coming in the year is failing. Ask why, and they just play Sarah Palin. I'd rather be in Maui, parasailing, cause when you in the lead, you don't care who trailing. So get your little money, you isn't a threat. When we was making it rain, you wasn't drizzling yet. Right, Meech, death before the sauna. The swagger's like mine, cause I left it on the corner. So fly, I got a shop at the Sky Mall, and this summer we get more drops than eyeballs. Loose.
Yo, I tell you this much, hip-hop is not dead. Change gonna come just like Barack said. Money, power, respect like the lock said. You'll be the man of the house, my pop said. Heat the streets up right quick, it's all timing. Gucci everything, Sierra Leone diamonds. You can know so much yet, but know nothing. If I don't know nothing else, bet I know hustling. This ain't even a rhyme, it's a controlled substance. Strictly iron swinging, no tussling. I just do business, I don't do friends. Brand new M1s and 9MMs. Long as money's involved with it, I'm in. You ain't gotta second guess the best, I'm him. I will wrap circles around these new Urkels. Everything's digital, perks are still purple. So I'm staying in my lane till it open up. I'm like a sponge in the game, just soaking up. Log on, I deserve a hit. I know you heard it, Kiss, this is the cipher. I murdered it. Ow.
While we off the air, I can tell y'all niggas right now.
We not off air. We live, nigga.
You lying.
I'm dead ass. We just went back.
No, we live.
Catch it.
Oh, wow.
Put a leash on that puppy. Puppy.
Nah. I can keep it so, like, it's funny. We back. Fuck you, Save. I'ma bring the show back. We transmitting live from Mars. I'm Joe VP. That's Save James. That's that nigga Midwest Z's Omaha. We used to have a phone number. We don't have that shit no more. We on YouTube with it. So we here. So you was just looking at the ciphers and you saw the visuals and everything like that. And it's just crazy how even with their advanced age, and I mean I said like Jada and them niggas is wild older than me, like they in their 60s and shit. But it's crazy how no matter what phase in your life you can do and you can make a change for the better, as far as bettering yourself, as far as your health, as far as reading more, as far as just overall betterment and enriching your life. So with that being said, starting next week, nigga, full time, I'm gonna start posting pictures and everything like you, nigga. I'm back in the fucking gym. I gotta get my young boy right. My young boy said he need to get right for football. So I'm back in the gym. Yes.
She's all right.
Yes, Dave Chappelle.
She's all
Dave
right.
Chappelle, Rick James
That
shit.
girl's all right with me. Yeah.
I say. So like I told my team, as far as the flag shit, we took an L in our little championship shit. So I was feeling some type of way. It was a team that we normally dusted. I did my thing. But so now it's like, all right, so y'all need me to go Super Saiyan in this bitch now. So, and he playing in the trenches. So I got to get my man's right. He's willing to stay there. But he trying to do his thing. He want to go to college, but only if they pay him for it. So if that's what he want to do, then
I get him right.
Yeah.
Got to get him right.
So now you got to lead by example.
Got to lead by example. Mufasa got to teach Simba, how to roar.
That's it.
So we out here.
Yeah, I respect it. And it's funny you say you get back in the gym because, gym culture is hilarious. You gotta school them to how gym culture. I was like, when I was taking Isaac with me over the summer, I was schooling how gym culture really goes and shit like that.
The wipe down shit and helping everybody out.
The conversation, the shit you say to them, nigga, I'm trying to get like you, nigga, all that kind of shit like that.
Even though you know they sub superior.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, show me how to get like that, nigga. Lying like a motherfucker, but it's what you say. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I was so today I was in the gym, right? And I'm working, I'm doing, leg day and shit. And some new nigga that just started coming to the spot or whatever, real excited, older cat, real excited, son like 5'6", 5'7", but nigga like you little
got it, little pocket hawk.
Like the nigga look like a Panthro or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a little Panthro or something like that. Feel me? So. But son get busy though, you know what I'm saying? He get busy in the gym. So, we shoot the shit, talking shit every so often. I'm in there doing the motherfucking I'm doing the hip thrust with the weight over the front. And I'm like, I'm bridging. I'm doing a bridge from the seated to the bridge. You know what I mean?
I know what joint you talking about. She tired of riding dick, so now I gotta get the knees.
Boom bottom, boom bottom, boom bottom, boom bottom. Those are boom boom botters. So I'm knocking a couple of those out, and I'm hitting some heavy weight with it. So the nigga walked by me, he was like, "Oh, you trying to get a fat ass, huh?" I said, "Did you just expose yourself to me, dog?" In the back of my mind, did you just expose yourself?
Yo.
Did you just?
Yo.
You had a lapse in judgment. You had a lapse in judgment. Yeah.
Man and shit.
And the thing about it is, though, my nigga, it was just like, whole time.
You trying to get a fat ass?
Yeah, but to see the whole time
watching you.
Whole time rocking with son in there. I was like, son a little extra, little extra aggressive with the all this or whatever. Little extra with it. Little extra talky. Yeah,
and
so
Marine
like
Man.
nigga, like you slip, nigga. I thought so. I'm saying to my mind, I thought so. But son, this shit is wild in there, that gym coach is. I'm surprised niggas ain't made like, a sitcom about that joint.
Quiet.
And we all live. Anyway,
Hometown,
fuck that idea. That's the stupidest
nobody.
idea anybody could ever think of in life. Don't you
Shit's
ever,
dumb as shit.
that's the
That shit'll
dumbest
never
shit in the
work.
world. Don't you ever think about making a goddamn show about gym culture and the ills of it and all the sights you see and all the people you meet. Would you ever make a show about
Never.
it? Ever.
It will never work.
It's dead on arrival.
It's dumb. No green light.
86 that shit, B. Get that shit out of here. But anyway though, just getting back to it though, you know, we talk about how these other countries is letting go of the whole, you know, any kind of restriction, niggas is just getting back to it. And it's like, you know, do you think America's ready for that?
No.
Are they ready for it?
I mean, yeah, we ready for it.
No. Are they going to do it? Yes.
You think so?
So here's what you fail, and here's what a lot of people fail to realize about America. Well, Americans fail to realize about America. Everyone else around the world has already picked up on this shit, but we're in denial. We still haven't accepted it. What do they say when you go to fucking AA or NA? You have to, and the first step in solving your addiction is acknowledgement.
Acknowledgement, yeah.
We don't acknowledge how money hungry and how driven by money our society is. So, case in point, our government right now is about to fucking risk. We've for the last 10 years that I can think of, we've been in the risk of a government shutdown because they failed to budget the money properly. And now all of a sudden they have to have emergency sessions in order to make sure that they get a budget approved.
Yo, but fam, on some next shit though, all this shit is like it's kind of like building blocks to a bigger situation as always. Because you know that these niggas is just holding shipments at sea. Like all of this, they're just boats at dock at bay, like out into the sea. They will not let them in to offload their cargo. They're just out at sea, just sitting there.
So
to cause this,
you want to know what I'm. And I hate to be Busy Gats. Shout out my man Biz.
He was supposed to be on the show tonight. I was gonna surprise y'all with it, but I didn't get settled in time enough to get him on. That was my.
I love to see my nigga Biz.
I called the nigga earlier today. I was like, yo, see how that shit works? You see how you put out the thought and you pick up on it? Because I swear to God, I called him this morning. I was like, yo, I'm trying to let's get you on the joint or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had a guest on. You know what I'm saying? A while, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. But I need you on early so I can get the cameras. But then I was running around doing everything until the last minute, so I didn't get a chance. He just hit me too. So if you listening, fool, you see how that work? I ain't even mention it to them.
Man, text that nigga the link right fucking now, nigga.
Ain't got time, nigga. The show gonna go off in like 20 minutes.
Well, fuck it. Whatever. Shout out my nigga Biz. But anyway, so in the grand scheme of things, we're looking at, because the government, you see China been fucking with the crypto shit. You real big in the Forex shit. Shout out my nigga Save James with the crypto. So you peeped how the U.S. government now is starting to kind of peek in. You got to look at the breadcrumbs. They've already been fucking up on the change. It's been a change shortage for the good part of a year, as far as coins.
Yeah. No coins.
Ironically enough, of all things, coins.
Yeah.
Here we go. If we're gonna do it again, coins.
Right.
So now the government is looking at trying to develop their own currency in regards to electronic, totally trying to get away from the current system and transitioning to a different system.
Of course.
So it's real funny that they're kicking this idea around and they're talking about and they're running the risk of shutting everything down or a risk of another shutdown because they're running out of currency for the current budget.
And I know you niggas is involved in the markets. You saw how you saw how fucking Bitcoin jumped.
Jump back to 50K?
56. It went to 56 today, man. I was mad shit. I'm waiting for the reversal.
Inu went up, nigga.
No, but here the thing is, I'm waiting. I heard that Shiba went up, all that shit. But I told y'all a long time ago. I said Bitcoin is the big dog. I said whatever Bitcoin do, the rest of crypto follows.
Right.
I told y'all that months ago.
Right.
But I'm telling you right now, like I was expecting crypto to hit resistance at 52,000 and drop back down a little bit because that's when I'm still waiting on the drop down because it's going too fast. You know what I'm saying?
Going
like,
to the moon went out a lot of fuel, my nigga.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like that shit is about to topple over real quick for about a day or two. To
cash grab, everybody dumping, and then
if you're listening now, if you want to take some out of that increase, do that now because it'll probably start fizzling out and then make its way down for a couple days, maybe a week.
Back down to like 42, 43.
Somewhere around there, 42.5, 45,000, somewhere around there. And then it start its way back up, and then it's going to keep going after that. But it's going to have to come back down one good time before it continues.
Because everybody going to sell. Yeah. Everybody going to sell.
Because all the smart money is already out. That's the thing about it. All the smart money is already out. Because they know that topple was on the way.
So, can I be honest with you guys real quick? You still have your Doge, you see?
Nope.
I sold the shit out of my Doge, nigga.
I sold about 95% of it when it hit
when it topped out at like 50.
Well, yeah, whatever, 62 cents or 61 cents or whatever. Because I had so much. Every week I just kept purchasing it.
Yeah, I remember we was having our own conversations.
Yeah.
Save was Forex trading, so
right.
Save started selling Forex. Save got a better crib. He got a whole mantle behind him now with his daughter's artwork on the mantle.
He's talented, man.
He said he about to get an oil painting commission of him on him in a fucking Audi.
Not even. You know what? I don't even want to talk about it because I don't want niggas to bite my shit. It's a bad pattern. Of once I throw out an idea, somebody does it before me, and I got burnt. I got burnt by that fucking phenomena multiple times in my life. So I learned I shut the fuck up now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I said too much to even let niggas know that I'm interested in getting the painting like that. Because now I know somebody gonna go out there and try to get it first. Just say they got it.
Hey, make it. Sell it as an NFT. You're welcome.
Yo, and that's the thing. I gotta find out what is those NFTs. I've been hearing that acronym, and I need to know what that is because I hear niggas is making money off of that. What is an NFT? You know what? Fuck the rest of the show. I need to know what an NFT is. Because we only got like 15 minutes left anyway.
So essentially, what it is, it's like the new way it's your new age Basquiat's, your Picasso's, and it could be whatever. So when I first got hip to it, it was of all people, OG Capo status, Jim Jones. So the NFT of his the POME joint.
Okay.
And that shit, he sold that shit for like a couple, it was like tens of thousands. I don't know the exact amount. But essentially you can take whatever image. So like right now, you see how our screen is right now? We can screenshot that shit and set it up, and there's like a brokerage You know, it's like a brokerage service, just like anything else, like with artwork and anything like that. And they'll find a buyer that you know, that brokerage would take their little cut or whatever, and then we would get whatever else, and then they would have that likeness, and then at that point they can flip it, just like you do any other type of art, any other type of intellectual property.
Yo, who came?
But it's all electronic. It's all electronic, so it's not like it's a physical thing that you hold. But because it's not a physical thing that you own, it makes transporting it from this person to that person to that person that much easier, and the uniqueness and that's what drives the price up of it is the uniqueness of it, because you can have an NFT and it could be a one of one. And if you popping enough, you got an NFT of some shit that's a one of one. And that's what, if you remember back, we were talking a couple episodes about how Dame and Jay were kind of at odds about the whole Rockefeller shit. Dame was trying to mask the sale of Rockefeller as an NFT. And Jay got whiff of that shit, and that's why they blocked it. And that's kind of why they're at an impasse right now as far as that whole thing is concerned, because he was trying to mask it like he was selling the NFT, but it was really his share of Rockefeller.
But as an NFT though, that's smart. Because I mean, you can potentially make
Harlem niggas, man. I don't know how they think of this shit. These Harlem niggas are smart, man. Like, I give them that. They always know. They like Oakland niggas, man. Like, Oakland niggas.
It's the money. It's a money hustle. Like, if it makes dollars, it makes sense.
It makes sense to them, and that's a fact. And they with it. They with the shits. I'll definitely vouch for that, man. You know what I mean? But so
yo,
go ahead.
So 10:15. You know, we got 15 minutes left as far as, you know, how we normally format things. Let's go ahead and run through the sport. Since I did the open.
Sports? Oh, okay.
Since I did the open, I'm taking the controls. You know, a couple of episodes say, you know, you've been running shit, and I get it. You know, you the brain trust behind it.
I'm learning the controls so I know how to be able to better explain, you know, you guys are remote.
And I get it. But, you know, no offense to you, Z, but... You know, we brought you into this shit. This was me and Save shit. So, like, right now, you know, shout out to Larceny Whiskey. Got me feeling myself right now. So, we going to go ahead and segue this shit over to fucking sports real quick. I told you, Z, this is what you look like, but I'm focused, man. Tell Stout to holler at me, man.
See this guy?
Yeah, somebody get some weed, man.
Yeah, son, this drinking shit is cool, though. Fuck it. Anyway, so in the span of 30 fucking minutes, when I woke up, I was getting dressed for fucking work, and I was watching KJM, the Keyshawn, J, and Max shit on ESPN. In the span of 30 fucking minutes, Jalen Smith got cut, and the Patriots were going to cut Stephon Gilmore.
But they
ended up finding a trade partner for him, so they traded him in typical Belichick fashion. He was like, yo, I'm not going to just get rid of this motherfucker for nothing. Traded him to the Panthers for some late round consideration bullshit. And Jalen Smith just straight out got cut, but Jerry Jones still owed this man $7.2 million, his base salary. He still owes him his base salary, so he's gonna make his base on top of whatever, because he's going to Green Bay.
Right. So I got Stephon Gilmore's picture up first. I particularly don't care for Stephon Gilmore too much professionally as
I mean, you're disgruntled. You're disgruntled.
I'm saucy because like him and Trey White would have been the next best thing since fucking who knows what Patrick
Nnamdi and Chuck.
Who?
Nnamdi and Chuck Woodson.
I was thinking more of who was I just had him in my fucking I can't even think of it now.
I can't think of another combination of corners.
No. Sam Madison and Patrick Surtain in Miami. That's when they was on man, when Ricky Williams was on that team and they were a tough out in Madden. That Miami defense was, and they had,
and you still had Zach Thomas in the middle.
And they had Jason Taylor. That Miami defense was tough to deal with. Especially if a nigga knew how to keep the ball away from you, pause with Ricky Williams. Like, they were a tough out. Gene, God bless his memory, he used to run with Miami back then. He used to give me work.
That's tough.
He used to give
That's almost as tough as me running with San Fran when they had JT O'Sullivan and Frank Gore.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was scary hours if he was got caught out there. But I'm a little disgruntled. I'm a little salty at dude. Like, cause it's like my thing is he's a system D-back. He needs the right system around him for him to be able to go one-on-one. He wasn't really a true Islander like Revis. You know what I'm saying? Or like Champ. You could just say that side of the field is shut down wherever they on. In Buffalo, when he was there and they tried to treat him like that, he was getting cooked a lot. By like TJ Husmanzadas and shit like that of the world.
Because he's not scary fast.
He's technically sound. I'll give him that.
He's here. He's in the box, no bosh. His feet, his shoulders are over his feet. He's jamming, and that's the thing. He's probably at his apex. He was a prime bump and run corner.
Right.
Because he didn't really have the foot speed. But guess what? If he was in your grill, he was here with it. Yeah. He could smell what you ate for breakfast, nigga.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, you're not getting by me. You're not getting into your route easy.
Who was my man? Who was my man who shut down Mike Williams Monday night?
So they just played Oakland. So was that Arnett?
No, it wasn't Arnett. I think Arnett was out. So he's like their fourth string. Dude, like
Son was balling. Son was balling.
He was balling with one catch for 11 yards.
He had no numbers that night. No numbers.
The dude was 5'8".
But Brady was playing like a pussy.
Now you think it's Sunday night. You talking Monday night.
Monday night.
Chargers versus Oakland.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Keep saying Oakland. Chargers versus Las Vegas.
Yeah. Las Vegas, yeah. Yo.
I'm going to take a shot because I said Oakland.
Out of his thermos. Look at him. Looking like a lush. Drinking out of a thermos. Looking like a lush.
So, and then we're gonna carry it back over. So Gilmore's with Carolina.
We got Jalen.
Yeah, and then Jalen Smith. Everybody was so surprised that he got cut, and I'm like, so y'all didn't notice they didn't feature. This is supposed to be one of their dogs from the season before. This is what the Cowboys' third or fourth time on Hard Knocks, Snowbosh. And
Jerry Jones.
He was not like they didn't spotlight him. They didn't talk about him. They didn't do the Chad Ochocinco showing this nigga going to McDonald's getting McGriddles. Like they didn't talk about this nigga at all. Facts. They didn't talk about that shit. They didn't talk about him at all on the show. He just doesn't fit the scheme. So hopefully with him going to Green Bay, Jadarius Smith is out. Preston Smith is there, but hopefully they can utilize him the way he should be utilized because he stinks in coverage. Let him put his fucking hand in the dirt. See football, go get football.
But doesn't Green Bay run a 3-4 anyway? Traditionally? Or did they
traditionally? I don't know if they're still 3-4.
They used to when Reggie White was alive,
but
not even now.
But
I think Matthews. With Clay Matthews, they was 3-4.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what they run right now. That's more of a since we mentioned Busy Gas, that's more of a baby Balco. He keeps track of all the schemes that everybody runs and shit like that.
Yeah,
so.
That shit, don't he?
for the time being, because I know they got Clark. So I would want to say I think they run a 4-3. So a lot of the league runs cover 3 now.
Everybody.
A lot of the league runs cover 3.
Everybody's running cover 3.
That's because of Seattle. It's because of Seattle. When they had that Legion of Boom, they made that shit popping. And so honestly, that's why they made Jalen Smith expendable in Dallas, because that position that he occupies, they were using homeboy Kazee that came from the Falcons. You know, they were putting a strong safety in that spot because they need somebody that can cover. Jalen Smith can't cover a fucking twin bed with a queen size blanket, nigga. Like, he's terrible.
So
he's terrible in coverage.
So is it Trey Lance ever has begun?
So they say.
Lord willing.
Well, they just
didn't I say before the bye week though? Didn't I say on around the bye week?
Yeah. And they just named Justin
Fields the starter.
The starter.
Oh, and I just dropped him from my fantasy team because I'm like,
go get him. Go get him.
I can't because I have to move some shit around. My team is like kind of sputtering right now in our league, man. Like,
my bad, Z.
It's all good.
My team. I'm not even concerned. Nigga, I needed to be OG Big Face by 8. I needed 8 points, and I had Mike Williams to do it, and this nigga got
1 point.
1 point, nigga.
Lock your shit up.
By halfway through the night, I was done. I was like, I was only watching the game because of the other league that we in Z, the Thoroughbreds joint. Yeah, Trev. Punk ass, bum ass nigga, you told your ass, man. You gonna hold this L this week, nigga. You talking big shit.
The league that I'm in on a different.
Was that Yahoo?
Yeah, that joint right there. Same thing. The dude that I was playing against was supposed to crush me, son. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna lose to this dude, but. Because I came out the blocks. Woo! And all of a sudden, his projection went up to like 20 points past me. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm looking. His defense. So, whatever. And I'm like, I need a miracle here. And I need Mike Williams to either break his leg or just not play.
Damn, nigga.
And this dude.
Why you put that vibration out there like that, man? Lock that.
I was just like, find a way to shut them down. And they kept saying, yo, they need to get Mike Williams active. Need to get Mike Williams active. Need to get Mike Williams. Every time they try to go to him, bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yo, I was tight, nigga. I was like, all I need niggas do is just catch 2-3 passes and a touchdown. I got this.
Because he's good.
I needed Darren Waller to get me money this weekend, nigga. Darren Waller got me.
No, he won the game for me in the other league that me and Z in. He the one that won the game for me.
How? He got that one touch, so that one touchdown put you on.
That's all I needed. I just needed the touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, after all his people played, he had Derwin James, so you know
he got the pick.
He had a pretty good game. You know what I mean? So that was the only person he had scoring for him, and I had Ruggs and Waller. Going. So both of them, you know, Ruggs only had that one long pass, that one long catch that he made towards the end of the game. And like I said, Waller scored that touchdown. So the combination of that, I won that week with that, you know what I'm saying, this week with that shit. So fantasy shit is real life, y'all. Don't give a fuck what none of y'all say.
Fuck yeah. So what I've been doing as far as just helping people out in like just different little ways. Anybody that's watching or anybody that's involved in as far as fantasy football, just different people that I've been saying, you know, as far as the top gets. Last week it was Chuba. That shit ain't working because Run CMC made it back to practice this week, so I don't know if he's going to actually play. So it might be some consideration as far as if you picked up Chuba Hubbard, go ahead and drop him. Because if CMC's at practice, he's probably going to play. Josh Jacobs is back, so anybody that has Josh Jacobs, go ahead and
start that motherfucker.
Start him.
Start him.
Start that motherfucker.
Start him now.
Now
I'm in my league right now. I've been talking to Kim Durr, and I've been trying to get this nigga to trade me somebody for Julio. Like, I'm over this nigga Julio, son. Like,
I've drafted Julio 1 year. He's like David Johnson. Never draft them niggas ever. Them niggas is never gonna get their money.
Like, not even that. And then like, quiet as kept, I just did the shit right now. I have a subpar record in my league right now because I've been trying to figure out this. My lineup is very boom or bust right now because of the way I drafted. So I just put in the claim for Elijah Mitchell again because he doesn't have his blue jersey this week. So he can take hits. He had that stinger. So we're gonna see how this shit gonna work. So if you don't have Elijah Mitchell, go ahead and pick him up. Somebody that's in a lot of leagues, waiver wires that I've been seeing that should be getting picked up. Jalen Waddle.
And I was looking at that. I was looking at him. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like the other day, I was like, but he ain't gonna go the ball. Is Jacoby gonna get him the ball though?
Who knows?
Get him now, and sit him in the back pocket because right now they playing New England this week, and I don't know if it's New England. I think it's Tampa.
I picked up their defense this week just for this match.
It's Tampa. I think it's Tampa they play this week. So I don't like the matchup, but it's somebody that you could definitely put in the back pocket and just kind of wait a week.
So I got a question.
Go ahead.
With Matty Ice starting to make a run, starting to get consistent. If you had him and you had Jackson on the same team, Jackson this week is going up Monday night against the Colts. And then you have...
I'm starting Lamar.
Nigga, Lamar going for
over Matt Ryan any day, nigga.
Matty Ice is playing the Jets, though.
The Jets' defense really isn't that bad.
They not no slouch. They just don't really got no big names.
But the Jets can't score. So that's why it gets out of hand. You know what I'm saying? Jets always going to have some kind of defensive presence somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
So can I say this?
Yeah,
go for it.
I'm gonna say this. I think Zach Wilson turned the corner this past weekend.
It was monumental. That was a big step for him. That was a big step.
That was big. That was a big game.
He caught a whiff of his nuts. Pause.
No, because
no, not even that. He realized they dropped.
Well, he can smell them.
Right.
He can smell them. Like, oh.
So this is how he had a small taste of this. Is how you play the game. Oh, this is how you gotta do it. Okay.
Mac Jones had a great fucking game. He outplayed Brady.
I hated that Mac Jones looked as sharp as he does this early. I can't stand it.
Hey, he looks sharp, but guess what? Nigga, what they say in golf, tea time? Tampa was fucking Mac Jones up. But he was still getting the football off.
Yeah, any quarterback, you got to hit them motherfuckers to knock everything off. That's just
he had a better game than Brady.
Statistically, he did. Definitely did.
But I attribute that to Belichick as well, because how you gonna tell me, like everybody, he gonna fuck New England up?
No,
he was in the house for 20 years with this nigga.
I'm about to say,
you don't think he don't know how to coach against him?
I thought he was gonna put him.
He wasn't playing the Patriots. He was playing Belichick. It was Belichick versus Tampa.
Yeah.
All right. There wasn't no.
Brady had no tutties.
No.
Yeah. Yo, we started a whole nother show. We gotta go, y'all. It's 10:32. We started at 9:02, so exactly an hour and a half. 10:32 your Wednesday show. We're gonna get out of here. We want to thank what is that, Larceny? What is that? Some kind of bourbon or cognac? It's bourbon.
It's bourbon.
Okay, so we want to thank Larceny.
I know you Northerners don't drink bourbon like that, so
no, we don't. I'm not the typical Northern. I like whiskey.
Same thing.
I'm a whiskey dude. You know what I mean? But
same thing.
Anyway, we want to thank Larceny Bourbon for the animated Joe VP. We want to thank Z's Hoodie for not being
No one man should have all that power.
For not being put on throughout the whole show. We want to thank his hoodie for staying in his place. And beyond and the official scoreboard right now is Beyond Tree 1, Save 0.
Oh, you losing?
I'm saying I'm losing, but they got this round.
What my man Will Ferrell say? I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
How true is that? How true is that statement?
Yo, I'm too drunk to even taste this chicken.
Yo, how true is that statement? I hated being in that compromising position, but man, that chicken was.
What a time to be alive.
Yo, man, that chicken was
Right,
everything
what
at
a
that
time.
point. It saved you. It saved you from embarrassment. That shit was right on time. Bet you that. Bet
Hell
that shit.
yeah.
Anyway, we out, y'all. We gonna see y'all next time. I'm gonna say next week. We gonna see y'all next time. We gonna be Bizak, Training Live from Mars, Joey P, Midwest Z. I'm Save James. See y'all when we see y'all. Let's hope this outro works. Come on, baby. Get it. Bang.
Shout out Bob Scott for saying that shit on
fucking he said, "Shout out to Boss Scott. You bit up our shit."
Yeah, I don't know. He might be.
Whatever. All right. One more time for the road. We out, y'all. We out here for real. We out.
Now you mad.
That boy got spit pain. That boy got spit pain.
Now you mad.
That boy got spit pain. That boy got spit pain.
Now you